Okay, started.
Yeah, you can carry on.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just wait on agenda screen so that it gets recorded. I'll move to the next slide. Okay, so first we'll take the legacy way of optimizing images. So usually we follow the legacy way, right? So we specify when we upload an image in the Sitecore or in our, let's take an example of just HTML template. What we do is to optimize the template, we upload the correct dimension image so that if we require 400 by 600 pixel image, we just crop it in paint or in the Photoshop and we take that only. We also see the size of the image that is required. We keep it low to the KBs only. We don't go in MB. So this is the legacy way we used to. Like we use correct image dimension, correct format that is JPEG or PNG, compress the image. Now we already, if the content author shares the image with you and you know that the image is around 5 MB, what you will do is you will use a Photoshop or the Microsoft Photo Editor or maybe the online tools to crop and compress it, right? So without losing the quality of the image, you will get that same image into KBs. That is one way, or we use progressive JPEGs. So that has been a legacy way that we are optimizing. Now, what is a developer's responsibility when you develop the website, which is more dependent on media? Now, when we say about media, most of the corporate site is full of medias, or you can say the news or the gallery pages that showcase their work are mostly on the media side. So the responsibility of developer will be to optimize the image delivery. So one way is like we can use the image CDN on top of your website, or you can have second can be automatic image optimization tools like Diagonal. Now this the Sitecore module that we'll be learning today is created on based on Diagonal. Okay, so it is also an image optimization tool. And third thing we can do is when you design a template in Sitecore and you'll be using a image field there. So every field in Sitecore can have a help text, right? So in the help text only you can specify the best fitted dimension so that your content author crops that image and uploads it. So these are our responsibility as developers. Okay, moving to the next way. Now we'll just introduce the tool that we'll be learning today. Okay. Before we jump up, I would like to ask if anyone has used Diagona by Kempster. Kempster. Has anyone heard about it? Like, if you, the way you implement Sitecore. So Kempster, the image Diagona tool was launched in I think 2014. So it's nothing but a Sitecore module that you can download from Sitecore Marketplace, and it's very easy to install. It's a NuGet package in your Visual Studio. You can just right click and you can install Diagonal. Okay. So the one we are going to learn today is Image Magic module. Okay. This module is created by John Rappel. Okay. He is the guy who thought that Diagona is not optimizing image the way it should be. So he created a library on top of Diagonal. So what happens is he consumed Diagona module. On top of that, he created one more library, okay, that is known as Diagona.ImageMagick, and that is one which we are learning today. So this module, you can just see what he has done is, so the changes that he added is lossy compression. JPEGs are optimized to 70% without noticeable change. Now this is something we are more keen about. Okay, so your JPEG, which is let's say it is of 5 MB, then when the tool optimizes it, it will be reduced to the 70% of its size without noticeable change in your image. Okay, and the third is it restricts Sitecore from the bigger images. Now, what is bigger image when you talk about Sitecore? So, has anyone seen how much Sitecore can render? The highest image that Sitecore can render out of the box? So, it is 5000 px by 5000 px. This is something Sitecore allows you to upload the image and it renders on your front end. If you are not giving max width or max height in the query when you are rendering the image. Okay. So now when you talk about 5000 px by 5000 px, what happens is this is a huge impact on the performance of your site. Okay. So this tool restricts it to one.
Rohan?
Can anyone tell me till what time I was audible? Because suddenly I got a notification that network there is issue with the network. So
Sure.
was the introduction part covered properly? Like, okay,
No problem. We can go ahead. Continue.
yeah, okay. Or should I just repeat the introduction? So what I was saying was, so this there was a in 2014 there
Yeah,
was a
Rohan,
guideline of this.
hello?
Yeah, yes, yeah, hello.
Rohan, you are at 5000 pixels, so it has a great impact on Sitecore performance.
Okay, yeah.
You are
Thanks,
there.
Sandeep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what I was saying was, see, Sitecore out of the box allows any users, okay, if you don't restrict it, so it allows 5000 pixel by 5000 pixel. That is the highest image. Hello, sorry guys, there is hello. In the chat. Hello. No.
Yeah, now we can hear you, but we are losing you in between.
Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, there is a Wi-Fi issue. I'll just stop the Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay, guys, we can continue. Okay. Sorry, there was a issue. There is a fluctuation in the Wi-Fi speed. That's why it is happening. Okay. So what I was saying is, the 5000 pixel by 5000 pixel is the size that Sitecore provides, and this tool restricts it to 190 1920 by 1080, that is full HD resolution that is used. Now we'll come to the configuration part. Now this is very simple configuration. Okay, now I'll just demo it. Okay, I'll not configure, but I'll just demo it in the demo. So what happens is in the configuration, you have to just install the NuGet package. Okay, the name of the package will be diagona.imagemagick. Okay, so this is the normal .NET URL, and then you can just click on all, and you can find it. Okay. Now, if you are installing Diagona dot ImageMagick, Diagona will be installed by default because it is built over Diagona. So you don't need to install it explicitly. Okay. Now, the files that will be installed on your .NET project will be, one is the reference diagona.imagemagick.dll, and the app config folder will be created under include it. There will be a Diagona folder, and I just demo this. These are the files that will be created. Okay. Now see, I just taken the screenshot. So if it is Helix project, then you will be doing these activities on your website project that is under the project layer. You just right click, you will go to manage NuGet package, you will find for diagona.imagemagick, you select that, and this is the latest version 1.2.4. You can install it and you'll just build and publish this. Okay, so see the demo. I just switched to Visual Studio. Let me know if my Visual Studio is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the way. Right click, you go to manage package. It is already installed, but I will just go to the NuGet package and I will show. Okay. First thing you should make sure is source should be all. You should be in the browse, and you can just type in. So if you just type in ImageMagick also, it will be there in the top 3 one. So it is diagona.imagemagick. For me, it is already installed, so I'm getting the option for uninstall. If you click on install, okay, the app config folder will be created, and you will have a couple of config files related to your Diagona. But the first thing that is important is Diagona z.imagemagick. I think it's open. So here is the, if you don't want 5000 by 5000 pixel, and let's say you don't want 1920 by 1080 as well, you want some other to be the max one, then you can set it here. Okay. In z.imagemagick.config, you can change it. Second thing is what I said is without losing the quality of the image, you can optimize it, right? Since we have this media.resizing.quality to 100%. Let's say you are just serving the images for mobile, okay, and it is getting complex and compressed, and you are okay with the 80% quality of the image, then you can change this setting to from 100 to 80. Okay, that will also work for you. Now let's say you have a Sitecore project, okay, which is related to a corporate site, which is very active in your press releases. Okay, then there are some agencies that contact your customer or client, and they ask for the images related to their events. Now, in that case, there will be a gallery, a gallery page, right, where your external press releases like BBC and all will be downloading that image. Now, you don't want those images. Like when we click photos, we don't expect to share it over WhatsApp because WhatsApp by default compresses your image, right? So you either share it by Gmail or some other tool. So same thing should be here. Now this tool should allow you to keep it open for compression or open for not to compress, right? So in case if you don't want some images to be compressed or optimized, you can add it in the exclude path. So if you see diagona.exclude paths.config, okay, then you can share that path with this. Okay. Now I will just so once you publish this, okay, this was app config. There is app data where there is the exe. Okay, this magic.exe. This is the tool that runs. Now we'll just understand the logic. How Sitecore renders. Now let's say you have uploaded the image for the first time. Okay, or you have created a page in Sitecore that has couple of pages, and you are rendering it on the browser for the first time. What Sitecore does is in the app data, okay, if you see in the app data, there is something known as media cache. Okay, in the media cache, it creates the folder for you for the website, and then your images are cached. So the second request will not go to Sitecore database and fetch the image. It will fetch from your media cache. So let's say I have a front end. Okay, this is my front end. What I've done is there is a 5 MB image. Okay, this is a 5 MB image. I have rendered it 5 times. Okay, so let's go step by step. What I'll do is I'll just show you what I've done inside here. So inside for what I've done is I've created one template. Okay, and it has two fields. One is title and one is image. Okay, field. So you can just upload the title. It has title and image. So this is my field, and in the standard values I've just given the dollar token, dollar name token here. That's okay. And in media, I have in the images folder. What I've done is I've created two folders, will be optimized and will not be optimized. Okay. So I have uploaded the same image in both the folders. This is a 5 MB image. Okay. Will be optimized. So what I've done is this image will be optimized for what we say, uh, one request, and when we pass the another data source, then I don't want it to be optimized. Okay, so that's why I've created two folders, and in the home data also I created two slides. Okay, based on the templates created, and I uploaded the same image. Now what is happening in the front end is the 5 MB image is rendered 5 times. So this is around 25 MB of images getting loaded. Okay, so you can see it takes time, right? It is taking time right now because our media cache is also created when we hit the URL. So it's loaded. We'll just go here. And just refresh. Okay. Somehow it is not getting created. Let just so the other part of this will be now what I've done. There is a rendering that I've created. Okay. And then listen. So now, when you saw the first time when the page was taking time to load, it was because the slides with no optimized images was loading. And what if you can see in the Visual Studio, I have given exclude path as images will not be optimized. So the image that is used in this is not the optimized one. We'll try to change it and we'll try to select the optimized images. Okay. And we'll say, okay, save it, quickly publish this item. Okay. So it is creating now since it is an optimized one, what it is doing is we got the request, your image is going into the exe tool of the diagonal. It is getting optimized and it is optimizing that 5 MB image to the 70% of its strength or more than that, and then it is saving in the media cache. Now your second request, you will see it didn't even fluctuate, right? Your 25 MB. Now when we say 20, let's check whether it is really 25 now because we have used the optimized one. So I'll just open image in new thing and you can right click save the image. If the quality of the image, if you see, it looks still like the 5 MB one. Okay, and if I'll try to save this, I'll save it as one. You can see here it was 238 KB. Okay, and I'll see if the cache is created now. The cache is not getting created, but it is getting optimized. You can show it in the folder. properties, you can say this is 237 KB, and I'll just go to Sitecore and I'll try to download from our media library. Will be optimized one. This is the one that is used. And, that one. Okay. Let me just go to that folder. Till then, I'll just go to the front part and will during the question and answer, I'll just show you the image. So I think the cache takes a bit of time to get created. So these are the image magic. This is the exe that runs behind when you browse the image. What it does is that exe will read the path of the image. It will check against that config if it is in the excluded list or not. If it is not excluded, then it optimizes your image and it saves in the, like, this is for shell, this is for backend, same one you'll get as a website, and then it is saved. Okay, so till then, coming back to our questions. Now this is the, okay, let me just switch back to, so this is the comparison. Now these are couple of files and their sizes that were optimized using this tool. Okay, there are some files that will not be optimized because if you don't want to lose the, now we have set one value, right? We want 100% of the quality of the image. So if you are optimizing also, you don't want to lose the quality of the image. In that cases, you can see 996 KB is not getting resized. These sizes are not getting resized because they are already optimized. Or you can say you cannot make the size less of that image because the quality of the image will be compromised. But if you see, there are some sizes that gets optimized to 98% or 96%. From 4700 KB, there are some images that are coming to 85. Now let's compare about JPEG and PNGs. Okay. If you see, this is 98, 96. Now this is not getting resized. Okay. So 72 and 74. Okay. So what is and these are not done by me. Okay. It's done by John Rappel and he had shared. I've also tried, but I have not tried with such a resolution. I have tried with only the images with 5 MB and 10 MB, and I got very good results. Okay. So now if you note something, then its JPEG files can be more optimized than PNG. So our what we say recommendation for content authors should be to use JPEG images itself. Okay. Now there can be a known issues, right? When you are using a tool, there should be some known issues. So what do you think can be a known issue? So there is one thing there are two things actually. There are two scenarios, and most of the people who are working on the live projects will also agree with me. The first thing is, let's say you have installed the NuGet package. Okay, you have published it. Now you are moving the code base to your through CI/CD or maybe manually, however you are doing it. You are doing it to your another environment. Now there is something called a dot git ignore file in your uh, code base, right? When you're moving it on the automation side. So what we do is we give some couple of folders that needs not move or get committed to your versioning tool. Now one of it is the app data. Now if your app data is present in git ignore file, then what will happen is your exe will not be there in versioning tool, and hence it will not move to your other environment. So your file optimization it will be only config file searching for the exes and it will start throwing errors. So this is one issue that is most commonly happening. And second is, now let's say you went live with your site, and after, let's in the sprint, you're taking this as an enhancement or the improvement to the website, and you're installing this module. Then what will happen is your media cache will be already generated for your site, right? Since it was live. And now you have installed and you are trying to hit the site, but you are getting the image of the same resolution. This is because your what we say, an image is already present in the media cache. So once you install this tool or you publish this in your live environment, the first thing you need to do is delete the folder from the media cache. Then only the new files or the new cache will be created. Okay, so these are the known issues. Now coming to the best practices. Now always create a function. This is like the best practices we follow in the media library folder. Okay. Don't create a project folder and upload the images as we want. Just create the project folder inside and create the folders based on the functionality. Like if you have news, then create for news. Then if you have blogs, then if you have gallery. Second thing is configure and ignore path for specific folder. Okay. Now if you are going to use this module, then you need to make that dot example file, the exclude file, and you need to remove that dot example and set the dot exclude because now let's say for example home page, what we do is there are good images, okay, but we already know that we need home page to be optimized, right? So we already upload a optimized images for the home page. Now if you set that path to be more optimized one, then you can lose the quality of the image. Okay. So what we do is, if you are pretty sure that your carousel will have three images and below if you have some five, six more images and if you have clubbed them in a media library in one folder, then add that folder to a exclude path so that your home page will remain as is and the pages that use more media libraries or media files will get optimized. Okay. And third thing, okay, this is not required if you are if the what we say if your Sitecore is hosted behind the internet, then you don't need to do it. But if it is open to internet, because most of the people are hosting it on Azure Pass now, so most of your Sitecore instances are open to the internet. So restrict the type of the files to be uploaded to media library. So now, if out of the box, if you try to upload .exe file also, that also will get uploaded to your media library. But do you really want to upload .exe to your media library is a question, right? So that's why you should restrict the type. Better allow the types that you want rather than restricting. Restrict all the types of the file and allow only the type of files that your content author uploads, like .doc, like for docs, PDF, then your JPEG, PNG, or MP3, MP4, whatever types of extension you use for your media assets, and restrict all other types. So there wouldn't be any attacks. Like most of the people try to upload when they do a attack, or if that API URL is available on internet, then it can be an issue. Okay, so I'm done for this. If you have any questions, we can take it up here.